Okay. Is this me live? Seems to be working. Hopefully you can let me know when you are here. Oh, Lord. I have my tea at the ready. The irresistible advert, Luis. And hello, Andrew. We'll be starting. 2 hours 45 minutes put away already. Isn't that crazy? Let's look at a summary screen. I like it when games include this. Jonathan's ex-wife, Lorraine, requests he look for her husband, but shortly after is murdered by an unknown assailant. Jonathan returns to Beyond, taking the 4 capsules and the leaf he got from Lorraine with him. Having obtained Ed's help, Jonathan now begins his investigation. Ed shows Jonathan around BCP for the time being. I think we had finally got a clue, incidentally, to actually go to the pharmaceutical company, if I recall, Tokugawa Pharmacy. I think we had got something that allowed us to do that. I've just realized I put on smoothing and it looks like absolute crap, so we're gonna prevent that from happening. Oh, get out of the shop, you bastard. I actually prefer the lack of smoothing. I think we had pretty much done everything we could do here. I don't want to shoot anymore. I'm done shooting. So I think if we move to the lobby, we'll probably be able to leave the station. Oh, here we go. 大きさを無視すればホームの警察と大差はないはずだ。整然としすぎてるがな。Not really sure if there's anything else we can do here. Looks like the hooker lady's gone. Hooker lady. Well, kind of what she is. Those are operators. They process all the information that comes in here. Our efforts to protect the public are based around this total information network. That guy ain't one of us. He's a police drama buff. Movies, TV shows, you name it. He likes to come in and hang out here. Which is strange when you think about it. He's a cop here. They used to do what AP does now. I don't think there's going to be really anything else we can do. Find what you were looking for, detective. Oh, actually, I think I gave him a ridiculous Brit accent before. Just getting started. Hey, Ed. Now you can add babysitting terrestrial douches to your job description. Wow. Friendly bunch. Can we move from here? Let's go outside. What's the big rush? You barely know anything about this place. We have a certain way of doing things here. You have to understand that. Apparently, these are Romanesque columns. Pretty nice, huh? Well, the concept they had for this place was supposed to be a fusion of technology and high art, right? Yeah, maybe we should move somewhere else. Did we like... Forensics was that guy, wasn't it? And then Vice was... Well, that's where we were, wasn't it? The Metal Gear team? Maybe I'm supposed to loop back around to there. Actually, you know what? I don't think we've been to Vice, have we? Oh, we have. Sorry, I was right. How are things going? It's hard to do a woman's voice. I don't think we're learning anything here, so that leaves us forensics, which is scientist, fella, lobby, shooting range. Don't think we'd really have anything else to do in the AP room, surely. This is the problem with point and clickers. Oh, were we to follow it with Victor? Did I not fully do that? That could explain a lot. Let's just go back to forensics then. Yes, I think there might have been some conversation topics I didn't finish off, right? You gotten used to things around this place? He now talks like that. I've decided. Victor, I'm listening. What can you tell us about NARC? I saw a little bit about it on the news. It's a drug that first became popular with astronauts for relieving the pressures of the job. It's since spread across beyond and the rest of space. You'd have to say space like that. You can't say space any other way. It's a semi-synthetic narcotic created through supercomputer drug design. Black poppy opium still serves as its base. Even a couple of milligrams can be enough to kill you. It's difficult to detect in drug tests because it's taken in such small amounts. That's why it's so hard to prosecute users. They just need to look harder, that's all. We've had ways of detecting trace amounts of drugs for a long time. RIA testing, for example. Well, that's true, yeah. Some screeners have just stopped trying. Anyway, that's one of the reasons NARC's become so popular. People know the chances of being caught are next to none. Black poppies, I suppose we can ask. The black poppy is a delicate plant, similar in ways to some orchids. Cultivating them would require a lot of money, effort, and the right technology. It's more than a one-man operation. They lead pharmaceutical industry not only on Beyond, but throughout space. They'll work with the cancer drug. Oh Christ, I have to pronounce this, don't I? Paclitaxel and the SAS medicine, calcium foods, the list of successes go on and on. Well, we're not really learning anything there. Not really gonna be able to get much there. I guess we'll ask again about them. They've had a lot of good results, but you don't hear very nice stories about what goes on behind the scenes. Why don't you try going over there? Yes, why don't we? Any more about them? It isn't easy growing black poppies in space. That's why the Mafia gave up on it several years ago. You couldn't grow them in such harsh environment without adequate facilities. So the Mafia isn't behind this. We can't say for sure, but it's not one of the main areas of interest. You need the most up-to-date equipment to do it. I wouldn't like bootlegging during Prohibition. It wouldn't be like, never mind. The risks would be too great. It wouldn't be good business. But nevertheless, someone's responsible for it. Right. And who the hell is it? Well, I guess we're not going to sit around here talking about it. Narc is made by first extracting opium from black poppy pods. After that, you combine it with a synthetic drug made from pethidine and other compounds. Then you add that to a hallucinogen. You end up with the effects of a natural drug, a synthetic drug, and a hallucinogen. One horrific combination. Some people call it the drug of the 21st century because of the way it was developed. It's been nearly 250 years since Sir Turner first isolated morphine from opium. You can blame all the advances of modern pharmacology for that monster. Pharmacology isn't a word that I've actually ever had to say before, I've just realized. Anyway, I think he's right that we should surely be able to leave, because we've looked around here a lot.
guess there's more. We'll be back later, Doctor.
Why do I even bother?
That was a bit harsh.
We're inside the AP room.
Were we done talking to him? Yeah, he was like just at the point of like, get out of my life.
It's the MPS hangar. It looked like they were taken straight out of those robot animes. The animes, pretend I could speak, that were big when we were kids.
He still looked like a kid.
It's the chief.
Can we not go talk to the chief anymore?
They keep their helmets on even when they're on the station. The helmets are linked to PCP's network. The visor displays a 3D image of whichever data they're working with.
Is that good?
There's Redwood. The guy's got one hell of an ego, especially considering he doesn't wear a helmet. He doesn't wear one when he's in EMPS either. What? They don't come in his size? Apparently, he controls them without any kind of assistance. He uses his own eyes and ears, huh?
Isn't that respectable? I can approach him. Oh, can I approach the chief?
Let's go talk to him. Well, how's the inquiry going? Hey, Gates. What is it? Yes, NARC. Unfortunately, NARC is everywhere and beyond. We have a NARC unit in AP, but it just continues to spread. That's a big problem, huh? They were talking about it on the news as well. A large percentage of the crimes which occur here are related to NARC. People have said that Tokugawa is involved with drugs, haven't they? Yes, I know what you're talking about. We weren't able to prove a thing. How much pressure does Tokugawa put on you? Look, he's got more power than every politician here put together. Naturally, we don't have jurisdiction over OLA here. There's nothing we can do. It's difficult for us to obtain any sort of detailed information. Our relationship with the police on home isn't the best. That's why I want you to keep this under the radar. Understood? Yeah, of course. Thanks again, Gates. Are you thinking her murder is somehow connected to NARC? We don't know for sure yet. Just don't go provoking Tokugawa, alright?
I think that's all we can really do. Surely. Try going to the lobby.
See you later.
See if I can actually carry on. Okay. That last drug chat must have done it with the doctor.
BCP 前だ。さあ、捜査に出かけよう。足はそこに BCP のポリスカーがある。あれで現場へ向かおう。
Guess we'll go get in a car? Or do we just move? We'll drive. Got two leads, Hojo's house or Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. I'm thinking Hojo's house first. I'll let you guys decide. That's pretty rockin' tune. Okay, Hojo house. Let's go.
ダ メだ。北条の住所がわからん。
Oh, okay.
どうして BCP のデータバンクで簡単に。徳川系の社員情報は BCP のコンピュータからはアクセスできないんだ。徳川に関するあらゆるデータは企業秘密として法律で守られている。だから名簿にも載っていない。バカな、この時代に。
God, he hits data protection. That's not our car, Jonathan. Okay. We'll go to Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals then, since that's all we can do.
ジョナサン、乗れよ。何年ぶりかな。江戸の無茶な運転を体験するのは。ホームのスポーツカーとは違う。そんなにスピードはね。安心しろ。コンピュータのサポートシステムを搭載した知能カーだ。ちょっとは安心だな。なんだあれが最新のパトロールの方法だ。コロニー内をわずか数十分で巡回できる。俺たちはまさに時代遅れだな。さあ、俺たち流の捜査に出かけよう。
Pardon me.
ジョナサン、タバコはダメだ。禁煙者か。コロニー内での喫煙は禁止なんだ。このタバコは副流煙の出ないもの。肺がんになるのは俺だけです。ここはホームとは違う。ここでの喫煙は立派な犯罪だ。しかも肺を提供するドナーにもなれん。道徳的にも恥じる行為だ。火はつけん。口に加えてるだけだ。しかしいつからだ。昔は吸わなかったろ。迷惑はかけん。ここにしばらくいればやめられるさ。そうかな。そうさ。必ず吸わなくなる。そのうちな。
Hitty K is all about his future tech. Hitty K, that's his rapper name.
ここが徳川製薬のビヨンド研究所だ。まずはここから捜査に取り掛かろう。
Well, apparently it is no better place to start, so let's have a look here.
This is the building's nameplate. It says Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals Research and Development Facility. It's written in Japanese, too. It looks like a lamppost. That type of lamp is a built-in light sensor with automatic cutoff. All energy and beyond is conserved wherever possible. Nothing goes to waste. That's the Tokugawa AOI, the Hollyhocks. It's the Tokugawa Group's logo, borrowed from the Tokugawa family crest. Look at how big they've got it up there. You can't miss it. Funny looking building. It's like some kind of palace or something. I've seen this design before in ancient Japanese architecture.
I bet you have, Jonathan.
Look at the trees they've got here. It's almost a small forest.
Slight exaggeration.
Jonathan, these trees are privately owned. They belong to Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. How do you know? All plants from beyond have control plates on them since they're monitored by computer.
Really? Seems a bit like bullshit.
That's a flagpole. They raise the Tokugawa flag and the Japanese national flag on Japanese holidays. I find it difficult to read.
Let's just go inside, shall we?
I think
ヨナさん、それじゃあ
I
中
think
に
we're
入る。
gleaming any more information. Something for a sexy babe.
ここは徳川製薬の研究開発ビルだ。関係者以外の立ち入りは禁止になっているんだ。悪いがお引き取り願おうか。
Oh, the goddamn police.
You must be a security guard here. He's a little short, but he's well built. And he looks like the kind of guy who's done a martial art before. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
What else can we see? Nothing else.
It's a security booth. The security guard's sitting behind it. Ah, terrific. Where's the cute girl? This door looks pretty thick. You wouldn't be able to force it open. It's the type of door you get with a walk-in safe. Whatever's back there must be pretty important. What do you guys want?
Okay, fine, we'll talk.
BCP のものだが、ここで働いている北条健三のことで話が聞きたい。
警察？なんだ BCP か。俺はここの警備兼受付を任されている斉藤ってもんだ。で、どういう要件だ？
Guess we'll ask about Hojo.
この研究所に北条健三という男が勤めてるはずだが。
ああ、確かに北条さんならうちの社員だ。何年も前からこの研究所で働いてる。俺なんかよりもずっと古いさ。
実は北条氏の捜索願いが出てるんだが。
捜索願い？そうか。それじゃあもうオープンなんだ。ん？今なんて？いや、会社の方から信用問題になるからしばらく様子を見るようにって言われてね。
マスコミに騒がれるとまたイメージダウンだからな。
ま、早い話がそういうこと。うちほどのグループになるといろいろと妬まれたりするから。
それで北条氏はいつから？
それがもう3週間にもなるかな。北条さん連絡もなしにぷっつりと来なくなったんだ。それでこっちも困ってるんだ。どうしていいものやら。家族の方からも問い合わせがあるし、会社からは口止めされてるしでね。
Maybe you're in the wrong line of work. But yeah, let's talk about Hojo's disappearance. Please let there be voice acting.
You have any idea what happened to Hojo? Well, he was a real workaholic. Maybe all the stress finally got to him. He was holed up in here almost non-stop in the weeks before he disappeared. He could have gone back home. A lot of terrestrials do that. You mean return syndrome? That's when someone who can't cope with living on Beyond anymore leaves their family and job behind and disappears to home. It happens a lot in our company, since we have so many Japanese employees. Japanese people can be like that.
I'll ask about Hojo's job.
What does Hojo's job involve? He's the head of DDS development here, and also the sales rep for DDS products. The latter involves distributing information to hospitals and doctors about new drugs developed here. Oh my god, there's so much. How did Hojo seem before he disappeared? Anything unusual about him? He just finished work on a new product. Everything went well, as far as I know. What's this DDS you mentioned? It stands for Drug Delivery System. DDS development looks at new ways to deliver drugs. Before, all drugs had to go through the process of absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. That meant only a small amount of the drug ever reached the target area. You with me so far? So, the goal of any DDS product is to ensure the necessary amount of the drug is present in the target area at all times.
You get all that
Not really. They did this in the past through ribosomes or microspheres in case of cancer drugs, for instance, with their numerous side effects. This guy's a walking encyclopedia. What's this new product Hojo's working on? All I can tell you is that it's the newest product in our DDS line. Sorry, officers, but the rest is classified. There's a lot of competition in this industry, and I have a job to keep. What is it you guys do here? This is Tokugawa Pharmaceutical blah 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 blah. Sorry. This is Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals Research and Development Facility and beyond. Our main focus here is our DDS work. The other area of interest is the factory where we manufacture drug samples. Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals pioneered made-in-space drug development. We're now the world leader in pharmaceutical technology, with a track record that speaks for itself. We're one of the true colony-age businesses. I suppose our Japanese management style is one of the reasons for our success.
They're really, really into Japan apparently.
Are you an actual Tokugawa employee, or are you just with a security company? I was originally an assistant here, but with my physique, they decided to put me in security. I'm still an official employee. That's why I hold a certain level of knowledge about our operations. You couldn't call me an expert anymore, though.
Could have fucking filled me. I'll ask about Hojo's address, actually.
Where does Hojo live? The most exclusive area of Tokugawa Hills. You can't miss it. Huge place at the end. Tokugawa Hills, huh? It's a high-priced residential area. A lot of Japanese live there. Oh, all Tokugawa-related information is protected by law, right? I didn't think anyone desperate enough could get a hold of an address. Well, it's not like I didn't have a clue where he might live. It's just better to get their permission.
Well, do we have their permission? Show a Hojo photo?
Yeah, that's Mr. Hojo. The woman next to him is his wife. He has the same photo in his work area. I hope you can find him, for his family's sake.
Well, his wife's fucking dead, man.
This is you, isn't it? What does this have to do with Mr. Hojo? She actually does resemble Mr. Hojo's wife a little. And I know that picture. Our president was one of the Policenauts, so we see it a lot.
Guess that's all we're getting from this guy, is it? Well, I can ask about him.
Were you born on Beyond? Yes, I am a Beyond. Born and raised here in the colony. My parents are Japanese terrestrials.
Anything else? Tell me more about yourself.
You look like you're in pretty good shape. You do any sports or anything? I've practiced judo and karate for a number of years.
That's lovely. I guess we're done talking to him. Let's look at the camera, shall we?
A surveillance camera? Lately, they've been able to put security cameras monitoring on this supercomputer control. Not a supercomputer. Ignore that part. We've got over 50 cameras here. They're all monitored by computers, so nothing gets past them. Don't go wandering around, you hear me?
Okay, I want to look at that door.
That must be the DDS lab. That's the DDS room. That's where DDS R&D takes place. It's more or less Mr. Hojo's personal lab.
Can we go in?
This must be the lock system for the room. An ID card reader. Security must be tight. You need a Tokugawa ID for that.
Yeah, okay. Well, looks like... Can we go to the DDS room?
その北条の研究室 DDS ルームの中を見せてもらいたいんだが 王女の足取りを探りたい。
頼む。何か手がかりがあるかもしれん。
あんたら無茶言うな。
無茶は承知だ。
こいつの言う通りにした方がいいぞ。かえって面倒になる。
面倒はごめんだ。
悪いようにはしない。
参ったな。
参ったんなら入れてくれ。
DDS ルームだけなら構わないが、会社には内緒にしてくれよ。俺はビヨンズなんだ。こんなことが会社にバレたらここで働けなくなる。
大丈夫だ。約束する。
それじゃあロックを解除するから。
Oh, he's reaching. Look at him.
さあ DDS ルームだ。北条さんがいなくなった時のままの状態だ。あんまり触らないでくれよ。
Well, I like the way we done the good cop, bad cop routine there. I don't know if you noticed.
He's got a 2D photo here. Mr. Hojo always keeps pictures of his family around. It's unusual for a Japanese in the workplace. There's his wife next to him. He talked about her a lot. This is the same photo Lorraine gave me. As you can probably tell, Mr. Hojo is a jealous guy. He's very protective of his wife. Kenzo Hojo. He seems like a down-to-earth guy. Lorraine. That's Mrs. Hojo.
What else have we got here? We got shit on the wall.
ああ、それは北条さんが使ってたホワイトボードだよ。あの人几帳面だったからいつもそこに予定を書き込んでいたんだ。
これは北条の筆跡か？
間違いない。北条さんの字だ。
確か北条が消息を絶ったのが15日。
15日。予定が書き込んであるぞ。
この100の下は日本語か？
それはセットだ。
15日 K9 100セット BCCH。
BCCH。 何の略だ？
うちが薬を卸してる病院さ。
この下の落書きは何だろう。なんかのマークかな。
猫の足跡みたいだな。
Interesting.
This plate is holograms of various K-series products. They're all Mr. Hojo's work. K3 is a DDS that mimics contact lenses. Uses... Oh, Christ alive. It uses a transmucosal delivery system where the drug is absorbed through the ocular mucous membranes.
Christ alive. Why does there have to be so many technical words?
K5 is a DDS that takes the form of a patch. Uses a transdermal delivery system where the drug is absorbed through the skin. So it's like an ordinary electroporation patch. The advantage of a transdermal system is that you can apply the drug for several weeks in one application. K6 is a DDS where the drug is absorbed through the buccal mucous membranes.
That's lovely.
That one is a little different from the others. That's a mosquito type nanomachine that we tried to use for administering injections. The medical establishment fiercely opposed it, however, so right now it's only used for drawing blood in certain cases.
Interesting.
What's the blank space for? That's reserved for K9. We haven't revealed it to the public yet. We're still gathering data at the moment.
ちょっと待った。
Wait.
K9100 セットだって。K9 ってまだ商品化されていないんだろう。どうして病院に100セットも？
新製品は許可が下りた時点で発売までの間にサンプルテストを行うんだよ。テストといっても副作用とかじゃなく二次的なデータを集めて生産や営業への参考にするためさ。
それで100セットっていうのは腑に落ちんな。
その病院で確かめてみた方がいいな。
そのサンプルはどこで作るんだ？
ここの試作工場さ。
そこを見せてもらえないか？
それは無理だ。
What if we build a good cop, bad cop routine?
It's a wall video phone. It isn't connected to an outside line for security reasons. That's a partition. When DDS development first started, this area was quite big. Each K-series product had its own team. These were used to separate them. They've got a lot of different machines here, just what you'd expect for a place like this. Mr. Hojo used these in his research. I don't know what's what, to tell you the truth. There's a master sleeve manipulator too. These cost a lot of money. Sure do. Nothing but the latest and greatest. It's not easy getting your hands on this stuff. Big difference from Victor's stuff. Why is it security guard uniforms always look the same? The colors of our uniforms change depending on your clearance. They get darker the higher up you go.
That sounds preposterous.
Is that your ID card? Every room in the building requires an ID. You can't go anywhere without one.
Sounds like my work.
Even his uniform's got the Tokugawa logo on it. You see this everywhere you go here. Everybody knows it. What about his fucking tie? This color's the standard clearance level. The only area I can enter is the DDS room. He's got piercing eyes and a square jaw. He's an intimidating character. Definitely not the kind of face you'd want running business.
Okay.
What's this? That's Tokugawa Group's network terminal. It's called the T-Gear 99. All the computers in the group are connected via network. It's used by employees for correspondence and work. It's a special type of hardware not available to the public. If this wasn't connected to the network, it would be totally useless. You mind if we check it out? I can't permit that. You'd have to access classified information. Of course, you'd need to pass the security checks before you could get online anyway.
Well, I think we got all the clues we need, surely.
Finished?
Oh, he's raging, man. Look at him.
That looks like the facility's floor map. As a rule, we don't discuss details of our floor plan with anyone outside the company.
Use it. No. I think we're done here.
It's a security booth. You've already examined that. Back there is the factory where we make samples of new products. I can't let you inside. It's a different story from the DDS room. Don't even ask.
Yeah, okay. I think we're done.
The only real lead we have right now is that Hojo works here. It's too early to turn back yet.
Ah, for the love of tits. Back to the DDS room.
Do I have a choice? The DDS room, officers.
Delicious daddies.
It's all medical texts and pharmacology files. I wouldn't have a clue what they say.
You can take a gas, can you? I think we'll look at this again.
That's Mr. Hojo's whiteboard. Pretty sure what's written here is, in fact, what Mr. Hojo did that day.
Yeah, can we... I want to look at it a bit more. Oh, apparently we can't. What else did we miss here? Pubes? Balls? Look at this one again.
This is where K9's gonna be added.
Apparently that's all we glean from that.
Sir? He's even more intimidating when he stands up. What do you want to know?
Oh, we've got more to ask about. Okay.
Please, if I told you anything, my job would be the least of my worries.
Then we'll ask about the BCCH.
BCCH, if I could pronounce that, stands for Beyond Coast Central Hospital. And it's the biggest hospital on Beyond, making it the biggest single market for us. Yeah, I'm familiar with it myself. Several of our employees work from there, and we have a very close relationship. We get most of our product data from them. The importance of our relationship with the BCCH can't be understated. Least of all, Mr. Hojo's work there.
I think that's all we're really going to get out of them, surely.
So, according to the whiteboard, Hojo on the 15th of last month.
I just lost signal. Oh my god. And we're back. Hopefully you're getting the signal back. Yeah, we're good. Good.
Went to BCCH, right? He left just after lunch and never came back. That's the last time I ever saw him. So, we want to know... So we know Hojo went to BCCH that day. Hopefully we can pick up the trail there.
Right, I think that should be enough information there. Can't show him our dick or our asshole.
Satisfied now? Why don't we keep looking around here? We might have missed something. Might be worth asking him more about Hojo's recent behavior.
Okay.
Sir? What is it?
Oh my god.
Did he appear worried about anything? If he was worried about anything, I'd say it would be his daughter more than his work. His daughter.
Oh, okay, we didn't really ask about her.
He said she was very ill, that she needed a bone marrow transplant. Something like that. Her name's Karen. He said drugs couldn't cure her. Cruel irony for him. Mr. Hojo loves his daughter very much. He never stopped thinking about her.
How do you know?
He'd always talk about how great she was, and beautiful. Shame she has such a serious illness.
And anything else there?
BCCH is easily the biggest hospital in the colony.
And
I'm sure there would have been word if he'd been involved in an accident or something. Maybe he did really just want to get away from this place.
maybe we can leave now. Let's try. Yeah, looks like it.
北条の足取りも分かったことだし、失礼しようか、ジョンさん。
いいか、くれぐれも会社には内緒にしてくれよ。俺が署内を案内したんだな。分かってる。
I'm sure those 50 security cameras that you mentioned previously won't be able to pick you up.
We're outside Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals.
I'm gonna briefly drop a wee save here. And then I guess we're gonna go to hospital. Yep, BCCH seems like a reasonable destination.
BCCH へ行って北条の担当していた薬局員に話を聞こう。
俺は病院と注射は苦手なんだが。
俺だってそうだ。患者じゃないんだ。
But he does have a space passport and he did have his space shots.
あの DDS の話からするとこの先注射はなくなるかもしれんぞ。
うん。そうなると困るな。
どうして？
病院を嫌う口実がなくなる 看護婦に甘える口実が減る。
たくましいやつだ。
That's our Jonathan, the sexual pervert. I think they should be banging music when they do that their drive.
ジョナサン、これがビヨンド1のマンモス病院、ビヨンド中央病院 BCCH だ。
でかい病院だな。
さあ、王女の手がかりを探そう。
I don't think we really glean much by examining the outside of buildings. I think it's mainly just flavor text, but I'll read some of it anyway.
It's the hospital's nameplate. Beyond Coast Central Hospital. Just like you said. I believed you.
That's nice.
I can't get over the size of this place. You won't find a better hospital here. Not just in terms of treatment facilities, but patient capacity, numbers of doctors and nurses, you name it.
Pretty wacky architecture.
I don't know the specifics, but apparently the building was designed by some famous architect from home.
Nice.
That's the linear elevator that goes up to the 0G ward. 0G ward. It's a zero gravity ward set up in the center of the colony. Weightlessness is a good environment for treating patients who are bedridden or have large burns over areas of the body. They also perform certain operations there, since blood doesn't spurt out in zero gravity.
That'd be kind of cool, actually, when you think about it.
This is the hospital's foliage. They've planted trees and bushes all around the building. The layout was designed to make them visible from every room in the hospital. Yeah, it's soothing having other life around you in space.
Don't think we're getting any further information out here. Trees, lampposts. Yeah, we've already got that there, so I guess we'll just move inside. Now,
よし、病院へ入ってみよう。
Get ready for perving. Get ready for wild perving.
BCCH のロビーだぞ。
これだけのマンモス病院だ。北条の知人を探すのも一苦労だろうな。
しかし今はそれしか道はない。気を持ち直して北条の手がかりを探そう。
They must be waiting for something. Hey, she looks pretty nice from this angle. They look like a patient too. It looks like he's got a mental illness or something. Man, why you gotta talk about people like that? Seems like another patient. They don't look too good. They're all patients here. Those two look like they're together. These are hospital patients. They wouldn't be able to help us. Check out that Chinese-looking dude. He's got a hand towel tied around his head. A lot of them do that to keep warm. Why would anyone in their right mind be doing that here? That guy looks like he's been hospitalized here. He seems pretty healthy to me. Maybe he's here for surgery. Look at a nurse. Why am I not surprised? You better believe it. It's a notice board for people waiting on appointments for medication.
okay, what about this one?
It's a signboard giving directions around the hospital. Where do you suppose all the sales reps hang out? I wouldn't say anything on this. Let's ask at reception. What? Run out of your pills?
Right, I guess we will go to reception.
It's the hospital's information counter. Why don't we try asking about Hojo? Good idea.
And that is exactly what we're going to do. From what I recall, the perv in here is off the fucking charts.
May we speak with you a moment?
はい、今日はどうされましたか？
いや実は
初心の方ですね。こちらのアンケート用紙に症状を詳しくご記入ください。
違うんだ。俺たちはどこも悪くはない。
俺たちはビヨンド警察のものなんだが、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだ。
警察の方？なんでしょう？
And cursor. Where is the cursor? Oh, it's staring at me in the face. That's awkward. I guess we'll take a look at her first.
She kinda shows a lot for a hospital receptionist. She's cute. I wouldn't mind getting a shot from her.
Okay, great.
That's the uniform you wear here?
This is BCCH uniform, yes. It's all brand name clothing. The director is big on fashion. She used to be a model before.
She, the director's a woman.
What's more, they're woven with acetate fibers, which are extremely resistant to bacteria. They're part of the hospital's infection control system. There's a lot more to these than meets the eye. Yeah, that's what I fear.
Look at that ass. I would eat anything off that ass. Yeah, I'd hit that. I said that out loud, didn't I? You haven't changed either. Don't fight it, Ed. Go with it. I'm sure she'd just love to turn around and see that look in your face.
Good grief.
Smart idea putting girls like these out front. She seems pretty cute too.
Yeah, we're not here just to perv. Apparently. Mostly.
It's a microphone for the PA.
Don't you get any ideas? Oh yeah, okay, we've already done all the perving, I guess.
実は人を探してるんだが、北条健三という人物だ。徳川製薬のプロパーで、この病院にもよく出入りしているらしいんだが。
徳川製薬のプロパーの方ですか？
知らないか。
プロパーの方は関係者用の通用口から出入りしますのでわかりません。
誰ならわかる？
そういう件でしたら当病院の理事長に相談されては。
理事長ね。
どちらにせよ理事長の許可が必要ですから。
Okay. We'll ask a bit about Hojo, I suppose.
He would have been here a number of times. You honestly don't know him?
I'm really sorry, but I don't remember meeting him. So, maybe we'll show her a picture of him. Let me think. I'm sorry. I still don't recall seeing anyone like that. He certainly isn't a patient here. Is there something special about that?
Oh, no. Forget it.
That's a really old picture. That's from before I was born. Oh, man. Now you're making me feel old.
Where would the director be? I didn't read that properly.
The director can be found in the director's office.
Why do I feel like an idiot?
This is the largest hospital and beyond. We've also been designated as one of the colony's emergency relief facilities in the event of an accident or disaster. Our organ transplantation technology is the most advanced in the world. We're well known even on Earth. There are many people who come all the way from Earth to receive treatment here.
It's easier to obtain organs here on beyond than it is on home, you see. Why is that? They've established a unified organ distribution network and transplant coordination system here. Oh, that's the other girl that should be speaking.
There still isn't a consensus between countries on Earth on how to handle the organ tissue. You have to go through a lot of red tape to get anywhere there.
Her voice changed mid-sentence. So, is there a name I can put to this beautiful face?
Are you trying to hit on me?
Destiny has obviously brought us together for some reason we've yet to understand. I'm just trying to get to know you, that's all.
Those lines will get you nowhere, buddy.
Gotta try it again.
If you were hospitalized here, I suppose you might get to know me a little then.
So, is that a no? Would I be treated by nurses as breathtaking as you?
Of course, you'd get the very best care. But they wouldn't be indulging in any fantasies of yours, I'm afraid.
She'd make sure you got a bunch of male nurses. Alright, that's enough with that. You're ruining our image. Where is the director's office?
At the back of Block B here on the first floor. I'll let you know you're coming. If you follow the green line, that'll take you straight there.
Okay, well, I guess we'll go to the director's office.
That was some prize perving. Like, actually, holy Christ, this isn't gonna go well. Fuck my ass.
あなたたちが刑事さんね。受付から連絡もらったわ。
あなたがこの病院の理事長？
そうよ。女だとは思わなかった？
いや、受付で聞いてはいたんだが、
少しホームなまりがあるな。
私は BCCH 理事長のクリス・ゴドウィンです。
私は BCP 風紀課のエド・ブラウン。
俺はジョナサン・イングナム。OLA で。
ああ、そうだ。やっぱりそうだわ。どこかで見た顔だと思った。あなたたちポリスノーツのエドとジョナサン。
Finally, all those years in Policenauts paying off.
私よ。覚えてないかしら？一度少女雑誌のカバーを一緒に撮影したでしょ？もう30年も前だけど。
おう、あのモデルのクリスちゃん。そうか、女らしくなって。
あのクリスか？モデルか。受付でも言ってたな。
もうすっかりおばちゃんよ。そうね、あなたたちなの。会えて嬉しいわ。で、どんな要件？
Well, we're gonna have to get down to business. Not the business Jonathan wants. Oh my. Oh, that's Jonathan's gonna be
クリスの子供？
heartbroken.
それは他人の子供よ。
君の子供じゃないの？
ジョナサン、よせ。
I'm not sure why that had to get a dramatic sting musically.
You seem a little sad for someone your age.
I was 19 if I remember right.
That's a newborn baby.
I don't even remember his name. I can't do a sassy woman voice. Hey, it's not like a family photo.
It's the cover of a teen magazine from 30 years ago. They've got us and the other Policenauts on the front.
Seeing you guys brings back so many memories.
I remember how cute you were, Chris. Yeah, real cute.
I would have been 14 then.
Oh wow, that's a bit wrong, to say the very least. This is me before I lost everything. I was just a kid back then myself. There's Tokugawa. He never smiles when he gets his picture taken. There's Gates. He was Mr. Popular. There's Salvatore. He always joked around when we did pictures like this.
And that's the... See him repeating dialogue?
This magazine had the largest circulation on Beyond at the time. It's called Beyonds. Like you can't read.
Sound like a medal?
What's this?
It's potpourri, or potpourri, as it's correctly known. It has a lavender fragrance. I got it sent to me by a friend on home. Go ahead and smell it.
マスキートよ。
Hey, we heard about mosquito.
マスキート？
ええ、小型の採血マイクロマシーンよ。このマスキート、プログラムがいかれちゃって制御できないの。ようやくさっき回収したのよ。
Like, unusual? I'm glad we did hear about those before.
These look like books on organ transplantation.
That's my area of expertise. They're all books about organ transplantation. I wrote a few of them myself. They're really old though. Probably the only doctor on the colony who keeps so much paper media around.
How could anyone understand these? You're amazing, Chris. Still got the flirt on. What are all these papers?
I've got things like my medical license and the hospital's accreditation up there.
Well,
A smell? Are you kidding me?
you got legs from here to some wonderful place.
Well, I can tell you they're not as nice as they used to be. Certainly nothing compared to any young girl out there.
I just wish you'd stop moving them around.
Why is that such a perv? Pink? Are you kidding me?
こういうのはタイミングが大切だ。いいか？1、2の3って。
What?
分かった。1、2の3だな。1、
Are you kidding me?
3。
見えたか？
ああ、見た。生きててよかった。
Yes, because these were so subtle. Oh my Christ alive.
You have got a fantastic body. Those look absolutely delicious.
I go to zero-G salons and spend time in the zero-G ward, so gravity hasn't had its way with me too much.
Ooh, you really gotta watch your words around this guy. That's just asking for trouble. Boy, are they the elephant in the room.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
Or two baby elephants.
Jesus Christ alive. Well, are we gonna touch them? Okay, you know what? We'll quick save just in case this gets us a game over from touching boobs and being arrested. But I think this is Hideo Kojima. You probably can.
May I? I wouldn't mind playing doctor myself for a minute here.
Are you fucking kidding me? What? With these? You actually did it!
Welcome to my world.
What? 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 Are you for real?
Answer your question.
What am I going to do with you? Jesus fucking Christ! Well, I guess we'll smell them?
That's a nice smell. What is it?
It's lavender perfume. I just hate the smell of drugs. That's the only reason I wear it.
You get about I'll try to speak. You get about as many people wearing fragrances here as you do smoking cigarettes. Hey, nothing wrong with it either.
I've got potpourri with the same fragrance up on the mantelpiece. Go ahead and smell it if you'd like. I like this smell. I find it relaxing.
Yeah, it does smell like lavender. Just like Chris's perfume.
Guess we can smell her hair like a weirdo.
Suits you perfectly. I simply can't get over how beautiful you are, Chris. You've aged like a fine wine.
You're a sweet guy, Jonathan.
I must say, you're just as charming as when we shot that photo.
No staring, okay? I'm not as young as I look. You'll see all my wrinkles. I guess we'll talk to her. Oh, what's that on her? Is that like a bracelet? No, he's still smelling her apparently.
You know, you still strike me as a model. I don't think I've ever seen anyone look this good in a lab coat before.
Oh, Ed, you've been learning from Jonathan? Let's try talking to her. The perving is over. Jesus Christ, the perving? Holy shit.
王女聞かないわね。ここの患者なの？
その男、徳川製薬のプロパーなんだ。徳川製薬でこの病院に薬を卸してるって聞いたんだ。
ここの薬関係の担当者を紹介してもらえないか。
ああ、それなら薬局の薬剤師に聞けばわかるはずよ。ここの薬の管理はすべて彼に任してるから。それで
This is a photo of Hojo.
I may have met him before. I'm not sure though. Hey, this is you, isn't it? This could have been taken yesterday. Who's that with you?
Someone I knew.
Rather not go into it. I can respect that.
Same as you in your photo.
Whoa, I remember this photo.
So, you don't know anything at all about a Hojo? The littlest thing could help.
No, this is the first time I've heard of him. Sorry.
You have your own pharmacy here?
Beyond is the same medical system you'd find in Japan, where a doctor can also serve as a pharmacist. When people get their prescription at a hospital, they'll receive their medication from its pharmacy. We have our own pharmacy since there's no separation between prescribing and dispensing in our medical industry.
The profit margin for drugs here is astronomical. Doctors rake in an extra 20 to 30% by dispensing themselves. Hospitals and drug companies make a killing in this system because the price of drugs for patients is so high. One of the reasons Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals has become so successful is because it lobbied for the implementation of the Japanese system and beyond in the early days of the colony. Plus, there's the fact that people here prefer to take a drug for something even if they don't actually need it. All this has led to overprescription and large drug profit margin, and a medical industry that benefits the doctors and hospitals instead of the patients.
Personally, I'm against doing things this way. We should be working on separating the industry like places on home. But as a businesswoman, it's great for us. The hospital wouldn't be where it is today without this system.
Yeah, I get all that. But what about the pharmacist?
Oh yeah, the pharmacist. You mean Yun Ishida.
What can you tell us about this Ishida?
Jun Ishida is an employee of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals assigned to here at the hospital. He can be a bit of an odd character, but he gets the job done.
He works for Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals.
We have an important relationship with Tokugawa. A number of their employees work here. We could never just shut them out.
And we're reading until we fucking die. Where's the pharmacy located?
Through that door there. The 2 rooms were originally one. I know it's a little inconvenient. I know. We split this room up, and that's where we put the pharmacy. The window's out in the hall, of course.
You make sure no one steals anything, huh?
I guess you could say that. I'm not doing a laugh, sorry. We're planning on moving it soon, since it's been a pain, like having it like this for so long. Sorry about the poor reading tonight.
Are organ transplants really that important in space?
Yeah, they're absolutely essential to us. Space's environment has massive effects on the human body, what with the weightlessness and cosmic rays. We still aren't ready for transplanting artificial organs. All medical science can do at the moment is transplant them from other people.
What about using artificial organs?
We're a long way from developing organs that can be used long term, function as complete replacement for the failed organ, and are small enough to be inserted into the body. We do have a machine organs and bioorgans, but the only replacements that can currently be classified as complete are artificial bones, teeth, and types of blood used exclusively for transporting oxygen.
You're talking about artificial blood AP uses.
There are machines that can function as supplementary hearts and kidneys outside the body, but there are problems with internalizing them. The most advanced artificial kidney I can ever see us developing is continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. That was impossible to say. I wouldn't mind playing another PS1 game. I did give you the list of games before. I can't recall what they are right now.
Which organs are affected by cosmic rays?
The ones with rapid cell division rates are affected the most. For instance, bone marrow, lymphatic tissue, the mucosal epithelium of the digestive tract, the reproductive organs, then come the kidneys, the liver, the lungs, the skin, blood vessels. So everything, basically. It's a mosquito-type robot developed by Tokugawa Heavy Industries and Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. It's designed for drawing blood from people and animals and administering shots. With this, you can draw blood without the subject feeling a thing. It can also be used for donating blood. They've been hit with a lot of criticism, but these guys are one of the reasons we've been able to keep AIDS and other diseases under control here.
They fly by flapping their wings.
They were designed through biomechanicals. I don't know the details.
We saw a hologram of it at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals.
Holy shitballs.
わよ。
Tell me we're gonna use the gun.
ジョナサン、壁に止まったわ。そっと捕まえて外に出すと大変だわ。
どうやって？カーソルでクリックするんだ。慎重にな。
That's very Kojima. Click on it with. That's so lame.
くそ、逃げられた。
It's gonna totally land on her boobs, isn't it?
私の鼻に。
クリス、じっとしてるんだ。動かないように。
早くして。
Is this really necessary?
また逃げられた。
ダメ。早く捕まえて。
美味しいところに泊まりやがった。ジョナサン、俺に任せろ。断る。俺が頼まれたんだ。こいつ、また逃げられるのもオチだ。
Jesus Christ.
早く捕まえてよ。
Never misses an opportunity to be a complete insane pervert.
くそ、また逃げられた。下手くそ。
刺されたわ。やだ。こんなところ
Why
に。
doesn't she grab it?
おお、今度は胸だ。五章だから、ジョナサン。俺の役目だ。俺は人生を恨むよ。くそ、また逃げられた。ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
お願い。早く捕まえて。
Come on.
くそ、また逃げられた。ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
お願い。
I'm trying to get it. I don't know. What?
くそ、また逃げられた。ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
お願い。
I'm trying to get
早
it.
く捕まえて。
I hit the button.
くそ、また逃げられた。ジョナサン、真面目にやれ。
I kind of wish I had would just did.
お願い。早く捕まえて。
やった、触った触った。
ありがとう、ジョナサン。
いや、こんなことならいつでも。ジョナサン、お前な、後で感想を聞かせろよ。
本当におかしな人たちね、ポリスノーツさん。まるでバディ映画から抜け出たみたい。
まあ、大事に至らなくてよかった。
そうね。さあ、これからどうするお二人さん。
That might have been one of the most Hideo Kojima things that's ever happened.
じゃあ、薬局を見せてもらうよ。
どうぞ、そこの扉よ。あ、ジョナサン、
なんだい？
そのタバコ、なんとかならない？
これか？
医者としては黙認できないんだけど。
香水好きの女性としてなら黙認できるだろう。
オッケーよ。脅迫がうまいわね。
男と女の駆け引きさ。
Oh, this guy looks like a laugh. He looks like he's got an oddly squashed
何
body.
の用だいあんたら。薬なら窓口で。
心配はいらない。俺たちは BCP のものだ。理事長の許可は得ている。
警察？
石田さんでしょ、薬局の責任者の。
はあ、僕が石田純だけど、一応ここの薬局を任されてるけど。で、どんな要件なんだい？
It's a Tokugawa employee ID.
What's his voice going to be? We'll give him a really dumb voice, I think. You can't enter any Tokugawa facility. to use any of our equipment without one of these. Talk about a bitch. So, what did you want to see me about? That's his voice now. Oh.
He reminds me of that otaku crowd. What's that I smell? You mean like a rat? No, I mean, like, what on earth is that stench? I guess it's the drugs. You really think it smells in here? What do you want, officers?
Yeah, we should probably try talking.
今日伺ったのは徳川製薬の北条健三氏に関してなんだが。
北条さん？あの人が何か？
行方不明なんだ。
そうなの。そういえばここんとこ見なかったな。
知ってるんだな。
知ってます。
Well, guess we'll get asking about Hojo's personality.
What kind of person was Hojo?
I couldn't tell you that much about him. We only knew each other through work. He's a traditional Japanese type of guy, different from Beyond's like me. It's not like him to just disappear. You might say he was a little too serious, and that turned people off. But for something like this to happen, we weren't that close. We stuck to business.
Ah, okay. We know that terror is exhausted. Any idea about what might have happened to him?
Not really. He's not the type to take off like that. But a number of the terrestrials who come here end up going a little screwy and skip out. The rate of mental illness here is several times higher than the bases in Antarctica.
The poor guy at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals brought that up, too.
I'm a Beyond, so I don't get it. It's been a good while since the last time he was here. I wonder what happened to him. Have you tried checking the spaceplane passenger lists? If he hasn't left Beyond, something real bad must have happened to him. It's harder for someone to stay hidden here than on home. Close to impossible, really. Maybe he really did go back home. No one ever stays missing for long here. This is a colony. They find you sooner or later.
Okay. That is an exhausted line of conversation. So the K9.
It's Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' newest DDS. A capsule that's distributed evenly throughout the body, even in weightlessness.
How does it work?
It uses difference in osmotic pressure between areas of the body to control the release of a drug. Gravity doesn't play a factor at all. Mojo is bringing samples of it over.
I wonder if that's what I got from Lorraine. Is it that big a development?
Yep, well, something like that uses osmotic pressure that isn't new. But the one in K9 is by far the most effective.
May we have a look at the K9 you have here?
Unfortunately, there's none left. K9's capsule uses osmotic pressure to control a drug's release. It's already been read. Me, not much to say really. I was born and raised in Beyond. Graduated from university here, got my pharmacist's license, then joined Tokugawa.
Yeah, I noticed you don't have a home accent.
We still don't have a separation of medical industry and beyond. Pharmacists like me aren't held in very high regard here. Our only options are to join either a company or a hospital pharmacy. I bet the folks at home would be surprised to hear about what goes on here. The only ones who benefit from this system are people like Tokugawa and the doctors. They pump beyond full of drugs that don't need. That they don't need. And those fools are happy to keep paying for them. That was a good reading. That was possibly my best. The more drugs we shell out, the more drug companies and hospitals make. Not to mention the insurance companies. That's the way the whole system is designed. This is what happens to guys like me. Well, I think we've done all we can do there. Yes, that's Hojo. That his wife? First time seeing his wife. Not a bad looking woman. What's this? She does kind of resemble Hojo's wife. Why are you showing me this? Policenauts, of course. That's the president when he was younger. And they tell you the whole story when you join the company. I don't see what the big deal was. I guess the world's a different place now. Nobody cares about the Policenauts, huh? Guess we'll have a look around.
Look at all the drugs in this place.
We got almost all the hospital's drugs here. I take them over to the window whenever someone needs something.
How do you manage so many?
That terminal there. Not something you see every day, huh? We handle all data by computer here.
They must really fill a lot of prescriptions. They've got an incredible supply here. This is the same thing they had at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, isn't it?
Of course, this links the Tokugawa Group network. It's called the T-Gear 99, and everyone in the group uses it. Only Tokugawa employees can log into it. That's a refrigerated storage closet. Unlike over-the-counter drugs, a lot of the hospital drugs don't contain any preservatives. If you don't maintain a strict temperature control, they spoil pretty quick.
They want to make sure people remember who's your boss, huh?
Everything changes when this shows up.
Anything else about him? It's a Tokugawa Group ID card. So you must need that for the terminal, right?
Yep, can't log on without it.
Don't mind us. We're gonna poke around a little.
Yeah, nice try. I don't care if you're the police. Something got out, it's me who'd be getting the knock on the door.
They didn't let us use it at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals either.
What do you expect? That's our R&D, for Christ's sake. It may look out of style, but under the hood it's light years beyond anything else. It links all group facilities. It gives you access to all kinds of info. That's why the hardware isn't made public. The machine itself is a company secret.
Guess we're still gotta talk something?
Sir? Yeah?
Last time they met.
When was the last time you saw Hojo? Let me think. It was the last K9 delivery, so that would have been the 15th.
Delivery? I thought K9 wasn't on the market yet.
They're only samples for data gathering.
その日の北条は
あの時は K9 を3セット持ってきて。
ちょっと待った。3セットだって。徳川製薬のホワイトボードには100セットって書いてあったぞ。
そんなバカな。ただのサンプルですよ。100セットもどうするんです。患者に配るんですか、発売前の薬を。
なるほど。おかしいな。残りの97セットはどこへ。彼に変わったところは。
そういえば何か怯えていたような。いつもは冷静な人なんだけど感情的だったな。これから徳川会長に会ってくるって本人はそう言ってましたよ。
徳川会長、あの貞興か。
会長は 僕らには雲の上の存在だよ。面識もほとんどない。でも北条さんは違ってたな。よく会長に食事に招待されてたみたいだから。会長は大の日本人びいきなんだ。
相変わらずレイシストだな。
昔からあいつはそうだった。人種に偏見を持っていた。
北条さんのこと会長なら何か知ってるかもね。
That's a pretty scathing description of Tokugawa. Wow.
貞沖にはどこに行けば会える？
会長なら徳川ビルにいるよ。コロニーの支柱が徳川グループのシンボリックビルになってるんだ。通常は支柱プロップって呼ばれてる。会長はいつもそこにいるはずだよ。
そのプロップなら知ってる。ビヨンドで有数の名所だ。
エド、そこへ行ってみよ
う。Well, I'll ask about the building.
It's the headquarters of Tokugawa Group on Beyond. It supports a set of colony surface and windows, figuratively, if not literally. I'm hardly ever there. Got no reason to. And if you're heading that way, be sure and ask about Hojo. That's where he met with the president that day.
Well, I think that's our big lead then.
I've never spoken with him at length. We chatted briefly when I joined the company, but that's about it.
Yeah, I reckon we're done here.
どうも。これで失礼するよ。
う。随分と長い間邪魔しちまったな。
ああ、もうこんな時間か。
時間は無駄にはならんよ。
そう。それじゃ。
So hey, we got our big lead. Pick up any leads? We sure did.
Doctor?
Go ahead. Oh, we'll ask for the 15th.
It seems Hojo was here on the 15th.
The 15th? Let's see, the 15th. I wasn't here that day. I was away attending a medical conference.
A medical conference?
Yeah, on organ transplants.
Oh, well.
Ishida should have been here on that day.
Yeah, he was.
He's in Nisei Beyond. He hasn't got much of a personality, really. None of them do. I only talk to him when it's work-related. What did you think of him? Kind of a dark guy, don't you think? Okay. So, just looping conversation there.
So how did Beyond's first teen idol wind up in charge of its biggest hospital?
I quit modeling 20 years ago. My parents were doctors here and Beyond. But then, they were killed in that spaceplane disaster. That's when I inherited this place. I'd gone to medical school, and this was the only thing they had left me. I'm always busy with something, whether it's here or somewhere else.
You married, Chris?
Nope. I've never had much time for relationships with work. I've devoted my life to my career. Guys stopped showing any interest in me a long time ago anyway.
I find that very, very hard to believe.
Are you saying you'd be interested?
I just might. Really?
Honestly, no. Maybe if you weren't such a pervert.
So, whose child was that in the photo?
Son of a friend. Before I forget, I don't mind when you say things like that to me, but leave that poor receptionist alone, okay?
You heard about that already.
My main job is running the hospital, but since my area of expertise is in organ transplantation, I help out a little with that as well. For instance, I'm a consultant for the Beyond Coast Organ Procurement Network, the Beyond Coast Organ Distribution Network, and various groups of other transplant groups.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Ishida and this guy Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals were both saying there are a lot of cases of Beyond's disappearing on purpose.
You mean return syndrome?
Does that actually happen?
It did before, yeah. But these days it's rare. The colony's full of second-generation citizens now.
So, what about a terrestrial like Hojo?
Well, it is possible. But I've been living here for the last 30 years, and I feel fine. I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. Most medical products used on Beyond are made by Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. I'd be lying if I said there weren't any sort of relationship between us. We do have a business relationship, but I don't know him personally. Okay, what about the building? It's the headquarters of the Tokugawa group in the colony. You should go there sometime. It's one of Beyond's most famous places. All of the reading. I've been there a few times myself. It's an incredible place, Jonathan. You'll see what I mean if you go.
You ever heard of something called K9?
K9? Maybe it's part of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' K series? I know about the ones up to K8, but this is the first time I've heard of a K9. Tokugawa's DDS drugs became particularly famous after they developed the first SAS medicine for astronauts. It's a patch you stick behind the ear. The only thing that comes to mind is Tokugawa K series. Right, that's enough of that.
What are the dangers of transplanting organs?
In the past, the biggest problem was post-op rejection, but we've overcome that with the development of Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals' immunosuppressant Ziplusudine, as well as mass transplants, which don't trigger a rejection reaction.
Mass transplants.
It's a revolutionary procedure that's eliminated rejections in recipients. With it, we've been able to mask the organ's HLA class 1 antigens before transplantation.
I'm not familiar with it, but with its introduction, the number of organ transplants has risen dramatically.
Oh my god.
Are there any organs you could never replace?
I'd say the liver, the pancreas, and the gastrointestinal organs. There are hybrid types in development that combine organic tissue and synthetic materials, but they're still testing them on animals right now.
And radiation.
The effects on sperm and fetuses are the most pronounced.
Yeah, I know about that. You had to avoid conceiving for at least 6 months after returning from space before.
The time frame's been reduced, but amphibians still have to be careful with that. Okay. I guess that's everything, right?
Thanks for your time, Doctor.
See ya. I think there is some real science and then there's some pseudoscience.
We're back in the lobby. Let's get the hell out of here. It's all too complicated for my liking.
I'll play for another 20 minutes, but I will go pee before we carry on, and I need a glass of water. I think you can empathize with that. So give me 2 seconds, please.
We're outside the BCCH. Can you believe Chris runs this entire place? I don't envy her.
We're gonna quickly save, and I'm gonna quickly pee. Don't touch that dial. Apologies for the delay. I am back. So, I think we'll be going over to Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Or sorry, Tokugawa Building, rather. Let's just do that.
ジョナサン、徳川ビルに向かうぞ。行けばわかるが、文字通りこのビヨンドを象徴するところだ。ビヨンドへの観光客は必ず見に行く。そして徳川の力に圧倒される。見えるか？あの支柱が徳川本社ビルだ。
なるほど。確かにあの支柱にこのコロニーが支えられているように見える。
コロニーの地表面とウィンドウ面をつないでいる。
お前の言う通り、徳川は俺たちの手には負えんかもしれんな。
おじけづいたか、ジョナサン。
俺はビヨンドについても徳川についても何も知らない。
その分俺が知ってる。そのためのパートナーだ。
その根性なら安心だ、相棒。
I'm jealous of the cook, dude.
ここが徳川本社ビル、通称プロップだ。
コロニーの天と地を支える支柱、プロップか。
Some lofty talk.
Is the Tokugawa lettering? That's the Tokugawa logo. They borrowed the Mitsuba Oi. Oi. Oi?
Ally? How do you pronounce that? I am checking out online.
Owie. Owie.
Aoi, apparently.
They borrowed the Mitsuba Owie. Or the three hollyhocks. Owie. Owie. That's not a word I'm comfortable pronouncing. Beyond's the only place in the world where you look up and see something like this. Yeah, you couldn't blame someone for thinking the prop structurally necessary. Ishido's right on the mark. It is like standing at the doorway to another world. It's very lofty.
Guess we'll go inside?
Owie.
それじゃ徳川ビルへ入るぞ。
I think it's easier to say it like that. Owie. Well, saying it as owie is a little more difficult.
ここが徳川ビルのフロントだ。建築史上有名なところだ。
So there's a receptionist. I have a bad feeling about this.
There's a girl sitting there. She must be the receptionist. Why don't we go talk to her? It's an ad for Hotel California, Tokugawa Space Hotel. It's the world's first hotel in low home orbit. It's multi-vision, showing the media related to the Tokugawa Group. There's something on the wall there. Maybe information about the building?
Big portraits?
These are 180-degree holographic portraits of the former heads of the Tokugawa Group. There's the Tokugawa logo again.
What on earth is that?
It's a miniature of Tokugawa's moon plant. That's a kabuto, a traditional Japanese samurai helmet. Tokugawa does this a lot.
Okay. We're going to approach her. Jesus Christ.
いらっしゃいませ。どういうご用件でしょう。
You know what's happening. You can definitely tell this is a fan translation. I really can't believe I can't believe that line would have been a direct translation from the Japanese. I think they went full Mel Gibson, like, for sure.
Well, hello there, sugar tits.
Thanks, I guess. Touch again? Really? Really?
A lot of women keep their hair that short here.
Shorter hair is more dynamic in zero gravity.
She's got a flirty face, like the kind you see in teenagers. It's always hard guessing the age of Asian women. Yeah, they look younger than they actually are. Just like me. You know what I meant. It was a joke ad. Jesus, lighten up, old man.
Gotta look at them again, I guess. I feel so embarrassed in this.
No, you shouldn't be. You're doing everyone a great service. It's miles better than the uniform the gods Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals were wearing. That's an interesting outfit.
This is the uniform they make us wear.
I wonder if Sadaoki came up with these. Still, nice change from Chris's lab coat.
Sweet Jesus Christ. That's a multivision behind me. It runs information pertaining to the Tokugawa Group.
Funny how it's only showing the 2 places we've been to, isn't it? I agree. Very funny.
I don't think he finds it that funny. That's a display of select Tokugawa Group companies. The Tokugawa Group is divided into 138 companies. Its main divisions include Tokugawa Heavy Industries, Tokugawa Electronics, Tokugawa Construction, Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, Tokugawa Foods, and Tokugawa Mining. If you'd like to know more, I would be happy to talk about them.
Well, I'll only be a moment.
Are you kidding me?
I would have to say, D.
What do you think you're doing? Good grief.
For goodness sake, Jonathan, anywhere but here.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
BCP のものだが、ちょっと聞きたいことがある。
The sound effect and
警
everything.
察の方？はあ、なんでしょう。
Tell us about President Tokugawa.
The president came to Beyond as one of the Policenauts, later becoming the head of the Tokugawa Group. He's also currently the director of International Space Promotion Agency, a very important man.
What's your opinion of the president?
Some don't speak very highly of him, but they're just jealous of his success. I trust him completely.
We'd like to speak to President Tokugawa. Where is he right now?
Do you have an appointment?
I wouldn't mind making an appointment with you. It's rather sudden, so no, we don't.
I'm sorry, but in that case, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Can you let us through to see him? He's here, isn't he?
President Tokugawa is currently out on business related to Beyond's anniversary. He's extremely busy at the moment.
We really need to speak with him.
President Tokugawa isn't here right now. I'm very sorry, but I'll have to ask you to try again some other time.
We'd like to know about a man called Kenzo Hojo. He's an employee with Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. We need to know when he was last here.
Mr. Hojo. I'm sorry, I don't know him. Do you know his employee ID number?
No, but we have a picture of him.
Yeah, we should show the picture of him, right?
This man is Kenzo Hojo. Do you recognize him?
He doesn't look familiar. No, but I couldn't be sure. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anyone by that name. He may have been here before, but if he was, he didn't leave a lasting impression.
What about records of any visits?
Yes, I would be able to check those.
重要なことなんだ。15日の午後、北条健三という人物がこのビルに来てるはずなんだが。
待ってください。何しろ来客が多いもので一人一人については来客記録を見てみます。ここから中に入る人は必ず来社時間と退社時間を記録しているはずですから。ありました。はい。確かに15日の16時に北条健三さんが来社されています。記録によるとそのまま会長室にお通ししています。
ということは貞興もその時間にここにいた。
退社時間は？
退社時間はあれ？おかしいですね。消えています。退社時間は記録にありません。
ほほ。
この記録によると北条さんはまだこのビルを出ていないことになりますね。
他に出口は？
非常用の出入り口はいくつもありますが、チェックシステムを抜けることは容易ではありません。
つまり北条の痕跡はここでぷっつりと切れているってわけか。
このビル内に幽閉されているか、あるいはただならぬ方法で外に出たか。
ロレインが言ってたように、この状況で会社から捜索願いが出ていないのはおかしすぎる。
徳川が臭いな。
そんなおかしいですね。
Is he one of our employees?
Yeah, he's been posted to BCCH from Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals.
The name doesn't ring a bell. The prop is in addition to functioning as Tokugawa Group's headquarters here, is also one of the most widely known examples of space architecture. Likened symbolically to a pillar supporting the colony, as its name suggests. I have to turn on my Twitch because my laptop's about to run out of power, which means I can't actually see any comments being made. So give me 2 ticks, hopefully this will work. Derpy doo, derpy doo, derpy derpy doo. How do I see my channel? I click on me, I click on live. Okay, hopefully I will be able to see any comments. If you wouldn't mind typing something. The building's air conditioning, heating, lighting, disaster control system, and employee management system are all run by computer. This is you, isn't it? Do you need to know about this woman?
This has nothing to do with why we're here. Sorry. Do you recognize this photo?
Yes, that's the Policenauts.
Is this information absolutely correct?
The system reads each employee's personal ID card. It doesn't make mistakes. It also performs a voice print scan, retinal scan, and fingerprint scan. This could very well be the first time this has happened. I have every reason to believe this is accurate. It's virtually impossible to tamper with the system's data.
Someone who works here probably could.
Yes, that worked. Thank you very much. Please don't tell anyone we've had this conversation. Well, I think we've learned everything we're going to learn. I cannot let you inside, I'm sorry, but I don't make the rules. Are you implying that President Tokugawa has broken the law? Guess we're done here.
Let's go, Ed. Sadaoki's gotta be up there.
May we? Wait. Do you have a search warrant?
I don't need a search warrant with Sadaoki.
Stop!
This is awkward. Forget this. We'll find Sadaoki ourselves.
Do you want me to call the police?
We are the police. Let's move.
I said stop!
No can do. There's 64 rooms, all with capsule bed, a bath, toilet, and sink. There's a doctor, a hand treat SAS, and it makes 3 rotations a minute, creating artificial gravity at 0.7 G. A 3-day, 2-night stay costs 5 million yen.
That's an absurd amount of money, I assume.
Let's move.
I said stop.
No can do.
Right, I guess we're just leaving, are we? We didn't really learn anything, though. It was actually the main Tokugawa place, Andre.
We're outside the building.
So we have found out that Hojo is apparently still inside that building, which seems like it should be impossible. You know what? We can't have done everything there. He's apparently still inside the building, which is obviously big news. He came here on the 15th to meet the president, and that was it, apparently. We also jiggled some boobs. Big.
Can you check on him like Hojo?
In just a moment. Yes, we do have an employee by that name.
Are there any records of him having been here?
Let's see. Not in the last several years, no.
He was telling the truth.
そっちがそのつもりならいいですか？人を呼びますよ。
ジョナさん、まずいぞ。
しつこいと本当に人を呼びますよ。
本気みたいだぞ、ジョナさん。
Only a small number of VIPs come here on any regular business. I don't have any recollection of him. Thing is, all Tokugawa employees look the same.
Yeah, it can be hard to distinguish between Japanese. Even more so between Tokugawa employees, I bet. But you're of Japanese descent, aren't you?
Yes, I am, but it's hard even for us. They all wear the same type of suit, they all have the same haircut, they don't have any real distinguishing features. That's hella racist. Yeah, okay, it looks like... Don't think there's anything else to exhaust here. The surface side contains the reception hall, the situation room, employees' offices, and the auditorium, the president's office, and all-purpose hall. It also has the garden, one of the main features of the prop. Oh, the garden. So that's a new subject. The garden is our zero-gravity event area located in the center of the building. It's accessible via a linear elevator. It consists of an open area covering 20 floors, offering unobstructed views of the entire colony. It's often used for holding parties and other functions. It consists of an open area covering 20 floors, offering unobstructed views of the entire colony. Blah blah blah, same shit basically, huh? All information here is processed by an 800 gigabyte per second super high speed optical fiber LAN and satellite link up. The prop has its own cells, so the building would be unaffected should a hole open up in the colony. Okay, is there anything else about it? The window side contains most of the building's parking garages, the security room, the disaster control center, and the motor room, amongst other areas. I think we've found out everything we're going to get here. Yeah. He doesn't look familiar, but no, I can't be sure.
We might end up confusing her. Better not take it out again.
They're the Policenauts. Our president was one of them. I know all about it. Okay, we didn't really find out anything here, though. Oh shit, am I getting the game over? Don't be game over. I can't go through all that conversation tree again. Well, where do we move? Can we try and find Hojo's house now?
いいか、ジョナサン。北条家へ向かうぞ。
王女の家か。
どうした、ジョナサン。
気が進まない。触れてはいけないのかもしれない。
ジョナサン、もう片足を突っ込んでるんだ。引っ返さない。
ああ、
避けては通れん。
分かってる。北条家、ロレインの家。
So we have a rough idea of where they live. Only that it's like in the posh side of town, but I mean, surely that's still not enough to go on entirely, right?
なんだエド、何をニヤついてる？
嬉しいんだ。
嬉しい？
いや、さっきのお前だよ。徳川での。
俺がどうした？
変わらんな。まったく昔のままだ。
何が？
すぐカッとなる。ほっときゃ何をしでかすかわからん。
そうだったか？
いつもそうだった。
分かった。分かったからニヤニヤするのはやめろ。気味悪い。
思い出すんだ。こうしてお前と話してるとな。あの頃に戻ったみたいだ。まだ若くて夢ではち切れそうだった。無鉄砲で恐れも知らず。
なあエド、お前にとっちゃ30年前のことかもしれないが、俺にはほんの数年前のことなんだぞ。
うん、確かに。
そんなに懐かしがるな。老けたような気持ちになる。
ジョナサン、俺たちは最高のコンビだったよな。徳川やゲイツたちなんかよりもずっといいコップだったよな。
今だってそうさ。エド、俺たちの前に敵なし。
できればそうあってほしいものだ。
And here we are at Hojo's
こ
residence.
こが北条家らしい。
ここにロレインが。
娘のカレンがいるはずだ。彼女に話を聞こう。ジョナサン、娘のカレンは BBC の人気キャスターだ。カレン北条。聞いたことがあるだろ。
ロレインがそんなこと言ってたな。ニュースキャスター？もしや
彼女はロレインの生き写しだ。
ロレインの娘か。
いいな、ジョナサン。30年も経っているんだ。お前にとっては3年前のことに思えるかもしれんが、冷静に受け止めるんだぞ。
Right, guys. I think this is a very good signing off point for me because I think I've been streaming for what, 2 hours or so? 2 hours, 10 minutes, roughly. I'm pretty pooped. It's a lot of reading in this game. And it is past midnight and I have to set up for work tomorrow. I will try and get playing again this week. Maybe some other night I might do the whole thing of trying a different game, like, you know, just to take a night off reading or whatever when I do decide the game. This is a 2-disc game. I'd say we're pretty much a decent amount through the first disc. You gotta take into account like all the little FMVs as well as the bits of voice acting. But then it's mostly still images otherwise, so maybe not. But yeah, cheers for watching. I don't know. There's a part of me that's like going, you know what, you never ever finish Death Trap Dungeon. Then there was also the whole fact that it was never that fun. But it's also shite 3D. Shite 3D and challenging. Oh, it's tempting. Anyway, guys, take her easy, and I'll catch you again soon. Don't do drugs.